Hello, everyone, and welcome to MidCut's presentation on the weekly analysis of COVID-19 numbers. I am Nikita Kohli, a geopolitical intelligence analyst working at MidCut, and I will be presenting the data of 19 June and what do the numbers mean. When we look at the various reports which are available in various newspapers and other sites, we just see alarming numbers. We just see the number of deaths being recorded, the number of increasing cases, the lack of beds in multiple hospitals, and at the same time, we are seeing a continuing rate of 55% recovery rate and beyond. To be able to truly understand what the numbers mean, I look beyond just the numbers and look at the patterns that they have developed. These numbers are being taken from MidCat's COVID-19 dashboard, created exclusively for its clients, and I will be dividing this section into four parts. First, I will look at only the confirmed cases and the story that they tell, before moving on to the deaths caused due to COVID-19. I will finally be in the macro analysis be looking at the major nationwide trends before diving into a similar micro level but state-wise analysis of the numbers. Looking first to the confirmed cases, we look at the graph on the screen, we see that India has crossed 370,000 cases as of 19 June. With this high number, India is maintaining its position as the country with the fourth largest number of infections in the world. What is interesting to note is that only just 41% of these are active cases. The doubling rate in India has also decreased to 18.5 days from just 7.5 days mentioned 2 weeks back. The percentage increase in week-on-week cases also continues to decline. India saw a 23.64% increase in cases between 12 and 19 June, which when compared to 31.76% between 5th and 12 June, and 35.64% increase between 29 May and 5 June, shows a declining trend. And while all of these trends are quite positive, what is the worrisome factor is that we are seeing more than 10,000 new cases per day since at least 10 June, with this 18 June marking 13,871 additional cases. If you look at figure 2, we see an increasing number of per day new cases being recorded in India. Moving to the deaths caused due to COVID-19, we see that as of 19 June, there are just over 12,500 deaths due to COVID-19. This means that India has a case fatality rate of 3.39%, which is reassuringly low given our infection rate as well as a similar infection rate of other countries. The past week has seen roughly 300 plus additional deaths per day. However, when you look at the data for 16 June, if you see that on the graph on the screen, there's a sharp spike in the graph. This is because our day records 2,021 additional deaths. What is important to note here is that all of these deaths were not recorded or measured over a single day, but were due to the 1,673 backlog deaths from Maharashtra and Delhi that were released by the Death Audit Committee. This means that these deaths were not recorded by Maharashtra and Delhi, or rather not released by the states due to a mismatch in numbers. Out of these, 1,228 were for Maharashtra and 345 were for Delhi. When we look at the overall trends, we see that India has again marked the biggest per week increase in cases, with over 71,000 additional cases being recorded between 12th and 19 June. On a more positive note, the number of recoveries has also crossed 200,000, and as of 1000 hours on 19 June, India has 204,711 recoveries, which makes it a recovery rate of 55%, which is a very reassuring number. When we look at the testing rate, we see that over close to 6.5 million samples have been tested as per ICMR. This gives us a test positivity rate of 5.79%. And while this number has been increasing over the past couple of weeks, it is very important to note that any number which is less than 10% of test positivity rate is considered as a mark of adequate testing being done in a country. Another important thing to note is that India has also increased its testing capacity in 24 hours. If you look at the numbers given, 176,959 cases have been tested in the past 24 hours alone. And yes, to some extent, this kind of numbers that we are seeing are to be expected. With the economy restarting, the testing increasing, more people moving out and about, the number of positive COVID-19 infection cases are bound to increase. We will see even more of that in metro cities where people move in much larger numbers and together. While the case fatality rate remains low and the recovery rate remains quite reassuringly high, the recent updates by the Death Audit Committee show that there have been lapses in accounting. Ascertaining accurate data, especially with thousands of migrant workforce on the move, will prove very difficult. Ascertaining the actual data and then coming to the true actual picture is what is the worrisome part over here. But to truly understand where these cases are coming from and where we need to focus going forward, we need to look at the state-wise analysis. When we dive a little bit deeper, we'll see that only the top 5 states of Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Gujarat, and Uttar Pradesh contribute to over 70% of all COVID-19 cases in India. A further micro-analysis shows that just 8 cities, that is Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Pune, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Gurgaon, and Bangalore, together contribute to nearly 50% of all COVID-19 cases in India. Clearly, we need to focus on these metro cities. I want to focus a bit more on Mumbai and Delhi, since these are the two largest cities that we have and where we will see the fastest resumption of work. As can be seen from the numbers flashed on the screen, Mumbai continues to have one of the largest case count among the metro cities, and it also contributes to 52% of all cases in Maharashtra. It has a recovery rate of 51% and a death rate of 5% as well. The city also has one of the highest population densities and a very high level of movement. So, to some extent, a lot of these numbers were expected. But Mumbai's death rate contributes to over 50% of all deaths in Maharashtra. The worrisome fact is that the numbers released by the Death Audit Committee for Maharashtra, 1,000 of these deaths are only for Mumbai. This leads me to wonder, are we seeing the true numbers of Maharashtra and particularly in Mumbai? Is the situation really as good? Are we truly, or are we seeing some other numbers? Delhi too continues to have a very high case count, with nearly 50,000 COVID-19 cases being recorded as of 19 June. The city has been seeing over 2,000 additional cases every day, with 18 June marking 2,877 additional cases in one single day, leading to a 35.72% increase in cases between the week of 12 and 19 June. The city also has a recovery rate of 42% and a 4% death rate. But as we resume work in these cities and go back to a way of life as we knew it, we urge you, please take all necessary precautions. MidCat would really hate to see you be another statistic on our dashboard. If you are resuming your offices, please reach back to us to know how our services can be of help to you. Till then, goodbye and take care.